Once again, guys, thank you so much for taking your time to always watch our videos. Today, I'm extremely excited because I'm in Shanzu. Shanzu is located in one of the cities in Mombasa. So we are in Shanzu, and I'm actually very excited, very happy because God is actually blessing us on a daily basis. We have now 2 projects in Mombasa, and very soon probably we shall be going into the 3rd project in Kilifi and probably 2 more in Kilifi. So as I look at things, probably we might be forced to open a sublet here in Mombasa at kthinteriorz. So today, I just want to take you through what we expected to deliver on this project. It is an extremely beautiful project, and I'm here with an open mind. I'm here with my body and my soul to deliver a piece to my client. And today, I just want to walk you through what we designed for our client, what we agreed, and what we have also quoted, so that as we walk this journey through the process, probably a process of 3 to 4 months, you get to understand what we are installing, so that also for purposes of due diligence, you can be able to say, surely we saw this guy starting this project at this stage. Maybe at the mid stage of the project, I will also show you and tell you this is where we have reached. Then as we get to the last thing, I will also reveal to you now the final product. So before wasting a lot of time, I would just want to mention the number of scopes or the scopes of works that we are expected to be doing on this project. First of all, we agreed when we were doing the designs and when we were also coming up with the budget for this house, we agreed with our client that on this particular project, we will take up everything from the plaster level. Most of the projects, we get them after the plaster, but this one, the plaster was done immediately after we had finished on the designs. So we got the chance to even monitor and check a few socket switches and all the plumbing works. But I've just realized that most of the times when you are not there closely to monitor the guys, they tend not to get it right, because I am the system. I am the brain behind what I'm doing. So when I'm showing someone a design problem, most of the times they don't get it right. So at times they miss it out. And when you're not observing it or monitoring it closely, they don't get it right. So in this case, it means in a few instances, we will be forced to move a few points in terms of plumbing works, and we will be forced to move a few points in terms of electrical works. But the rest of the things are going to flow very well. So in this project, we are taking the project all the way from plaster level to handing over. Some of the projects we do just kitchens, some we do just gypsum works, some we just do paint works. At kthinteriorz, we are open to all our clients, from the low level to middle class, all the way to the upper class, from small projects to middle-sized projects to big projects. So guys, do not fear to give us projects because you think it's a small project. We take all of them. So let's go inside so that I take you through the things that we are doing. So guys, this is the main entry of this house. As we walk through, so I will start from here. We are expected to do a beautiful floor finish on this veranda. And as you come in, the same floor finish will come all the way to this end. Then as you reach here, you're going to have a nice, simple, flat gypsum ceiling to enable us put some spotlights here. Immediately after that, you meet the main entrance door here, which is gonna be a solid security wooden door. Wait and see how it comes out. It's gonna come in the third phase of this project. Then immediately you enter, we are expected to do a nice, beautiful entry console around here. So we'll have a beautiful, nice console here, beautiful artwork, and a beautiful light. So these are the things that sometimes when you look at the designs that we have done, you will realize there is a spotlight around here that was omitted. So in this case, now we will be forced to channel a spotlight to this point and then also provide a new switch. Those are small things that can always be taken care of. Then after that, this becomes the first entry arch. So a nice beautiful arch, a beautiful framework, nice architrave on this side, nice architrave on that side, nicely well polished, well installed joints done by a professional high-end carpenter. Immediately after that, on the right, we'll have a door here. Then now you enter into the main lounge for the house. It's a nice, beautiful space. This side will be now our focal wall. This will be now our TV unit wall. We expect to build up a nice, beautiful wall here, which will come out roughly by around 200 millimeter outside. Then we clad it nicely with a beautiful marble finish. Then on the side, we'll just do special effect and another special effect and a beautiful floating cabinet all the way. So in this case, then it means I will be forced to move a bit of these cables, probably one cable for the TV, then the rest will remain. So, and then probably channel the HDMI optical cable and VGA cable to this point. So minor movement. Then as we go to the right, this wall is the highway to the office and to the guest bedroom. This one receives a beautiful wall finish and a console. So in the lounge, people sit here facing that side and probably an armchair here and another armchair there, allowing people to move behind that side, and then a two-seater on this side. And this gives you the highway to the other side. And as you move behind the main chair, which is maybe a three-seater here, you get a nice, beautiful double. This will be a double door with a fixed panel on that side and a fixed panel on this side. So they slide to the left. And this is a nice, beautiful aluminum door to the outside, which gives you another more sitting allowance on this side. So this will be a backyard, whereby now we have a veranda and we have nice pergolas with a shade, and we can do more arrangements so that we have an overflow to this other side. So beautiful aluminum doors, nicely done with mosquito netting, beautiful tiles, focal wall, gypsum cladding. Like here, there were challenges. These are some of the challenges that we meet on site. The project started on Monday. It is actually the 5th day. This is the 5th day. Yes, this is the 5th day since we took up the project. So these are some of the challenges you meet on site. We expect people to be sitting there facing this side. This is the TV wall. Then there is a hanging beam. Structurally, the hanging beam was supposed to be there to hold or to support the upper level. But now when you sit here facing this side and the beam is here, it looks funny. And these are some of the challenges that we are going to take care of. So in our design, when you look at the design, this is a flat ceiling going to the other side and a step on this side of 100 mm. So what I will do, when I do a flat ceiling here, it means I touch this door. And if I touch this door, in the other circumstances, it means now I have to drop this door slightly lower. If I do that, that again means I alter all the doors, because when you're doing design, symmetry and harmony is a key thing. So if one door is slightly lower than the other ones, then things don't match. So in this case, I will leave this door and just float this bulkhead up to a certain level and leave the 300 on this side, build up my middle wall and leave it like that, so that my doors are same height, and then I can run my architrave around the doors without having an issue. Guys, that is it. And then if you look here, my guys are trying to redo this ceiling. When I came in, the ceiling had been brought down by 100 mm. But for purposes of symmetry, they need to be a bulkhead on this side, bulkhead on that side, and bulkhead on this side. For them to be symmetrical, then if I drop that and leave 300 here, and that is dropping to the beam height, then these things will not be symmetrically aligned. So I have to drop it slightly by around 200, 200, and then this one goes to the height of the beam so that these things look like they are one item. Let's go. Another challenge. You come here, you realize there is a window. This window and that door and the other window. So the other space is a door. This is a double door to the outside. This is a window. These are windows and that is a window. Door, window. This is slightly higher. So what do? Those are some of the things that I come in as a creative designer and make them look good. So I'm going to build up this wall in such a way that all the heights of the windows and the beams, all the window heights and the door heights are on the same level. So I will do my ceiling without stress. Then I'll come and build up this so that this level and this level are one. That is done. From there, we come to the dining. The dining doesn't have a lot of things, so it will just be one seamless floor finish all the way. A beautiful gypsum step. We are leaving our bulkheads on the side whereby the curtain rods are gonna be on this side. So this pocket is around 250 millimeter to allow for curtains to have full gathers. Full gathers will require around 200 or 150. But the minute they fold, at times they become too heavy or they become too bulky. So if you don't leave a very proper gap, then that thing will not work very well. At times now when you want to draw the curtain in and out, they come and hold onto the bulkhead. So we have given it 250 to 300. Also another challenge is when you're doing that pelmet box, then when my fundis are doing the screwing, it becomes a challenge. So these are some of the things that until you know, you will mess up. So here, a beautiful simple ceiling, aluminium door, more sitting to the outside, and it's an open kind of kitchen. Maybe I just give you a simple layout of how this thing will be. We're expecting to have a double door fridge here, oven and microwave, and a working space all the way to this side with the low level and high level. Then have our washing point here. So our double sink comes here, the fridge goes there, and the cooking space comes onto the island. Then we just have an island of 1.6 so that we have our cooking area at 900. When you minus, you get 700. So we have a 700 and 700, and that now takes care of them, of the cooking sticks on the left and probably the spice rack on the left, on the right. Then we have our nice 6 burner, probably 5 burner in the middle. Then on this other side, because our counter is going to be roughly 900 to 1000, we will have a space here whereby we can have 2 seats so that they do their breakfast here when they're in a hurry. Then in that case, because the fridge comes out by 650, we will balance it in such a way that we have a highway of 900 and another highway of 900, so that whenever you're coming from whichever side, you can have your traffic area catered for. So that is it. Then from there, we have our pantry here. The pantry, what we are going to do, it's a simple thing. We lay our cabinetry on one side and an L on that side and provide a space for a deep freezer, probably at this point or on the other side, so that you can be able to see it on our 3Ds render that we have already done. Then after that, please stay tuned. Don't forget, don't go away. At the mid of the stage, probably in a month's time, we will be able to show you the progress. So for that reason, let me show you the Adobe Area. So Adobe Area is one critical point in a house these days. Most people tend to neglect them. Some people don't give it enough attention. But us, kthinteriorz, we will make sure that even the Adobe Area is a place you will be happy to even go in as the owner. most people do Adobe areas in such a way that the helpers are the ones who shine in, or who spend a lot of time in the Adobe. We do it in such a way that this is a nicely done, proper Adobe area. So we'll give you Adobe sink here. After that, cabinetry with the countertop nicely. Then give you a pocket for nicely a washing machine and a dryer on that side. Then on top here, we give you more storage, more cabinetry with a hanging rod under it, so that whenever you're doing your ironing, you can easily air your things on top there. Then more storage for foldable and more storage for hanging things. Then here we will come and block this nicely with a beautiful pergola and a glass, and provide a door here and a door on this side. These will be grilled doors. So your security on the other side, people cannot just walk in, and people cannot just walk in from that side. So it's also a private entity. That is it for the ground floor. Probably I have just forgotten one space. Let's go. So on the ground floor, without forgetting, there are two more spaces that I would want to touch quickly, and this is a guest bedroom. This is a guest bedroom that I want to just touch. We have a door here, which is a nice, beautiful sliding aluminium door. This is a fixed panel on that side, a fixed panel, and the two panels slide here, giving way to this person to come out and sit there and lounge and have a beautiful time. Also, it allows fresh air to move in nicely during the day. You just open and the fresh air can move in nicely. So we will have our door, our bed here. So this becomes our headboard. So one thing I'm going to do is I will just adjust the height of the sockets, and also adjust the side bed lamps, side bed switches. So I'll just bring this on the side of the switch, so that when you are on the bed, you don't have to struggle to go under the bed, the side stool, for you to charge or for you to use your sockets. So I'll bring them on this height, and then also I'll provide another one on this side, in such a way that if there are two guests, which is a he and a she, they can both control their lighting from this point. One can control from this side, and another one can control on that side. Then with that case, I'll move into the guest washroom. So these are some of the things. So you'll see there is a step here. This is a floor to the other side, and this is the floor to the washroom. So one thing I've already noticed is I will have to come and adjust the floor level here. So this floor must come all the way to this side. Reason is because if you don't think in future, or if you don't think the other things that you're doing, you will come and realize later, or you realize when you're doing the installations. So this floor, in this case, it means this floor must be the same floor all the way to here. Reason is, once I put my frame here on this door here, the shutter for the door shutter will not be on this side. This door shutter comes to the inner side, because when you want to open, you open it to the inside, meaning this door will sit here. So if I'm doing the flooring here, assuming it is a wooden floor or whichever type of floor, if it's tiles, these tiles, when you close this door, let me assume I'm using this wood piece, this door sits here. So when this door is closed, it means this is part of the room. So this tile must come to this. So this step cannot start here. This step must start here. So I'll bring this on this line, and this happens in all the rooms, so that when I close my door and I'm standing on this side, I see the same thing on this side. When I open and go in, I see these ones on the inner side. The layouts are properly done. So the only thing that now, when you walk in like this, and you are a contractor who is thinking tomorrow and thinking the other items, then I look at small things like drainage. I can see the toilet. The drainage for the toilet is there, which is in the right point. Then the water points are there. Then you can see this will be the shower area. Then I look at this and I see the mixer is already here. So I don't see the point for the water. So it means when I come in, I will have to channel the water there. We also have provision for electrical points here. And in this case, now the question will be, are we using ready solar heated water, or we are using instant shower? In this class, or in this level of construction for this particular house, the proposal are showers on top, whereby the heating system is somewhere else. So we don't have to go that direction. So I'll channel this, put my point there, and all the pipes now from here, I will have to send a hot water and a cold water, so that the water that comes in the mixer here, it is already hot and cold, so you mix from there. You don't need the heater there. Then the flow, when you look at the flow, you look around and you see if this will be the shower area, we need a flow trap here. I look around, I don't see any hole, and that becomes a challenge that now from next week, these are the things that I will be fixing to make sure that I have a flow trap here, because I'll block this water from this point. And then now this becomes the dry area, and this becomes the wet area. Then when I come to the dry area, because I'll have my sink on this side, I have my mirror on that side, it means now in the event of any overflow, or the pipes are leaking, we also need to take care. Then I will also look around here and make sure that there is also a drainage point on this side, so that now this drainage and this drainage are connected and linked to the outside. And this I will not repeat repeat again, because the same issues, I will have to tackle them in all the bathrooms. So it is the same thing, but I have to take care of that. So that is one issue that we look at. And then now when you go to this side, this is where we're having our small unit wardrobes. The wardrobe flow from there all the way to there to this side. You realize that most of the houses, this particular point, in most houses at the corner, you realize there is always 110 or 100 by 100. This is actually a structural thing that most of the people might not avoid. Some people take this thing outside, but some put them inside. When you find it inside, this is a pipe, and most of the time this is a waste pipe from the top to the bottom. If not a waste pipe, it's the rainwater, so they will be there. So because this space is small, and I've already drawn my 3D showing that there is no point here. Why did I do that? Probably I took the layout plans from the architect, and it didn't show this. So you come in and you want to supply the wardrobes, and you find them. So because the space is a bit squeezed, there are other methods or ways of going around it. You can start your cabinets from here if you have a bigger room. You can have a panel on this side and a panel on that side if you have a bigger room. But for this particular space, because it's a bit squeezed, then I will have to cut something called a kanja. I don't know what a kanja is in English, but I will cut a kanja so that the cabinet is complete. The ceilings have been done, lighting has been done, so we will take care of a few issues. And I think I will just use this room to describe all the spaces. Because we're in Mombasa, Mombasa is a bit hot. When we are working on designs, or we are doing the fit outs in Mombasa, when it comes to electricals on the ceiling, you will realize that you'll find a few points on the ceiling. And most of the times the contractor has provided these points specifically. One would be maybe the fan, and another one would be the main point for electrical. So in this case, because now I have knowledge of what is meant to happen, I will do my lighting and then provide probably a fan in the middle. Then as early as possible, as we are doing the skimming, I'll go around and block these points, because now you see when you're doing the gypsum ceilings, these things are too tight, too close to the gypsum. So I will work around them so that by the time I'm done, no one will realize that these things were there, and channel my lights to the back so that I have my downlighters, and I just maintain the wall bracket. Then I have my fan in the middle, and that happens in all the rooms. So when I'm doing the description I'm showing you the other spaces, I will not go into the bathroom, I will not talk about the challenges, and I will not talk about the wardrobes. I just show you so that you get to know what we are doing in those spaces. Let's go. Who does each and every activity in this company? Respect to him. And this is called leaky. Wewe salimia watu bwana. Liki is in the joinery department. Serious joinery, serious doors. The beautiful doors you see, the beautiful carpentry you see. Big up to him. So in this room, most of the times, without forgetting, when you take up your site or we take up your project, normally we take one space and convert it into a store. We put in our door, put in our locks, and we lock you outside that room, so that now all our materials come in this space. And this is one of the bedrooms, and these are some of the materials that we have already supplied, so that because we are far, our fundis will not call us to say boards zimeisha, channels zimeisha, fillers zimeisha, cornices zimeisha, because we start with the skimming and gypsum and all that. So we have provided even extra, so that they just have everything, and immediately we are done, we just pick what remains and go. So this is another room, same problems. That is where the wardrobe will come. So that is gonna be sealed as a pipe, and then the headboard comes there. The lighting, the way I've talked about, you see one disappears into the ceiling, one remains in the middle, and one on that side. Same concept. Then when you go to the bathroom, this is where the bathroom is. Same concept. We have a shower on that side, we have a toilet in the middle, and a sink on this side. Same all through. So let's go to the other side.